Hey there everyone, Andy Cassidy. In less than 24 hours ago, President-elect Joe Biden called on lawmakers to extend the federal eviction moratorium until September 30th. Extending the eviction moratorium is just one of the housing-related issues that Biden proposes in his $1.9 trillion stimulus package. Biden also proposes extending the moratorium on foreclosures and providing legal assistance for households facing foreclosure and evictions. Biden further called for housing agencies to keep allowing applications for federally backed mortgages. Foreclosures were previously paused early last year, then the CARES Act came out and foreclosures were paused until June of 2020. And that was only for certain federally backed mortgages. And then last summer, the eviction moratorium and foreclosure moratorium came out, and this was good until December 31st of 2020. And then when we got those $600 stimulus package in 2020 December, that's also when the eviction moratorium was lengthened out until January 31st. According to Eric Dunn, one of the directors of the National Housing Law Project, we've been facing a mass eviction crisis. And without extending the eviction moratorium till September 30th, or in his case, he wants to extend it later, we're gonna see those eviction crises and the possible eviction numbers skyrocket dramatically. Dunn also goes on to say, it's very difficult to make informed, educated decisions when you have to worry about if you'll be kicked out of your home in the next month or so. He wants to make it clear that extending the eviction moratorium is not an option, but a necessity in preventing a mass homeless crisis. Beyond extending the eviction and foreclosure moratorium, the Biden administration is calling upon for $30 billion to go to hard-hit households struggling with water and energy needs. Biden administration is also calling for another $5 billion to go to those who are at risk of homelessness. The thought process behind the Biden administration is that the additional funding should help those who have been hit hard recently financially get up on their feet to be able to start moving forward past the situation that's been going on. What this means for renters is if the Biden administration is effective in passing what they want, this means renters won't have to worry about getting evicted until September 30th of 2021. And what this means for landlords is that they'll have to be careful with the tenants they place into their properties, as the tenants can't be evicted potentially until September 30th of 2021. So as a landlord, you want to follow what I call the big trifecta. The big trifecta is you want to look at the applicant's income. You want to check their pay stubs and make sure they get paid by a verified source. You want to check their landlord history. You want to speak with their previous landlord. Make sure they paid rent on time. Make sure that they didn't damage the property. And you want to check their credit and make sure that they have the ability to pay their rent on time. Following the big trifecta is a potential way to help eliminate non-paying tenants for going into your properties. And we'll see, and I'll keep you guys up to date on what happens with Biden's stimulus package and if this eviction moratorium does go through until September 30th of 2021. If this video provided some value to you, consider sharing with a friend or a family member. Make sure to like the video, drop a comment below, and we'll see you in the next one.
Stop playing with 'em.